This is what happens to our body if we're always angry. The high cortisol levels occurred. Feelings of anger and hostility have been most commonly associated with elevated levels of cortisol. Cortisol is a stress hormone. When you are stressed, increased cortisol is released into your bloodstream. In short bursts, everyone has high cortisol from time to time, and levels vary throughout the day. It's part of your body's natural response to threats of harm or danger. Having the right cortisol balance is essential for your health, and producing too much or too little cortisol can cause health problems. When cortisol is too low, it can also cause fatigue, low blood pressure, and sugar and weight loss. People who have low cortisol levels are often dizzy, especially when standing. They don't like to eat, and they feel depressed. If left untreated, Addison disease has low blood sugar features, and when you have a very low blood sugar episode and no one is present to provide the first aid, it can result in a coma or death. When cortisol is too high, it can cause heart disease, diabetes, insomnia, high blood pressure, and weight gain. A person who has high cortisol levels can be easily irritated and frequently hangry, likes to crave sweet, fatty, and salty foods. People with Cushing syndrome may see their face get round, they gain weight in unusual ways, and having pink or purple stretch marks. One of the main signs is weight gain and more body fat, such as increased fat on their chest and tummy, but slim arms and legs. Cushing's disease is anger at birth. People suffering with this syndrome feel weakness in their upper arms and thighs, feel stress, low sex drive and fertility problems, depression, and mood swings, often become frustrated or irritated. Cushing syndrome can also cause from taking medicines called glucocorticoids, which result the body making too much cortisol. The long-term use of cortisol-like glucocorticoids is the most common cause of Cushing syndrome. This medicine often used to treat inflammatory diseases such as rheumatoid arthritis, lupus, and asthma. Pain or injury in the back or joints and many skin rashes may be treated with glucocorticoids. They also may be used to stop the body from rejecting a new organ after a transplant. Any form of glucocorticoids, if taken large amounts for a long time, can cause Cushing syndrome. A hormone made in pituitary gland controls how much cortisol the body makes. This is called adrenocorticotropic hormone, or in a simple term, ECTH. Some tumors can make ECTH, which create more cortisol and can cause Cushing syndrome. Pituitary adenomas are tumors that grow in pituitary gland. They are found in the base of the brain and usually not cancer. These tumors sometimes make too much ECTH. This causes the adrenal glands to make extra cortisol. It happens more often in women and is the most common type of endogenous Cushing syndrome. Rarely, a tumor that makes too much ECTH grows in an organ that usually doesn't make ECTH. This is called ectopic ECTH production. It causes the body to make too much cortisol. These tumors can be cancerous but aren't always. They are usually found in the lungs, pancreas, thyroid, or thymus gland. Problems with the adrenal glands can cause them to make too much cortisol. Rarely, people inherit a tendency to get tumors of their endocrine glands, which are glands that make hormones. If these tumors make ECTH or cortisol, Cushing syndrome can happen. Stress is a trigger for cortisol production, so lowering stress also lowers cortisol in many cases. The most direct way to reduce stress is to avoid stressors where possible. A person trying to lower their cortisol levels should eat a balanced diet, paying particular attention to their sugar and caffeine intake. A bad night's sleep or more prolonged sleep deprivation can affect levels of cortisol. Getting adequate sleep may help reduce cortisol levels. Hobbies can be both relaxing and rewarding, taking a person's mind off stressors and giving them something to focus on. Being physically active is beneficial to health and can improve a person's mood. It is hard to feel stressed when having a good time, so finding time to have fun may also lower a person's cortisol levels. Many people have a lot of stress in their lives. Research shows that just patting a pet can help reduce your stress and blood pressure. They can help you relax and cope better when under high pressure and in uncertain times and situations.